Hey, what's up guys, your boy Terrence Ruffin again, and this is The Breakdown. To be honest with you, but we came up with this like a week before we did it. Anytime I take a long time off stage, I'm always a bit nervous hopping back. My early routines, the thing I would always have to be moving and be moving and be moving here. Dude, just like you don't go, when you have fast stuff like that, you don't go from pose to pose. You do variations of poses. Alright guys, so this first one is going to be something very creative that I consider creative. I've been trying to do something like this for a long time. I have maybe 2 other videos of me attempting to do it and it just didn't come out right. Actually one didn't come out right. Then the one I did in Korea was like a good stepping stone. It wasn't bad. People really love it, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. And this video here, Us, was literally the first one that we did that this is what I wanted, this was my vision, and we made it happen. So real quick, I like the movie Us, but it's not the best movie, to be honest with you. But we came up with this like a week before we did it, and I had to find a costume that I can get pretty quickly, and Amazon had that one for pretty cheap, and it was like next day delivery. So yeah, we did a Us video, and I had to find a song that worked too, and that was another tough part because I wanted to find a song that kind of went with whatever I was gonna be doing. So it just all kind of played out. This was the best choice at the time. Definitely could have did something else, maybe like Jason, if we could have found a good song or something like that. But this is what we went with here. So this was really gross, by the way. This alleyway and that stepping in the water was literally the grossest thing I've ever had to do. We were gonna do it in a different spot. It was really cool. An Ybor, if you guys are from Tampa or ever been there, they have like the Ybor Center, but we got kicked out. So we were walking away trying to figure out a place to do it. So we found this place. Literally, I think that building on the right of me is a church, and the other side was like a parking garage or something. But yeah, this video was, we just kind of found a spot. It just kind of happened. We had 2 guys filming, Paul and Kyle, Paul Hood and Kyle, and yeah, let's keep it going. So stuff like that you see. This took a very long time to film. This video maybe a minute and a half, but it was so many takes because we had to get, we would do the routine with me just actually going through the routine, but then to get those shots like that, we would have to do it again and do like close-ups and different lightings and different things like that. And you'll see a lot of times too, anytime like the scissors come out, that was like another take on top of that too. I think this video came out so good because of the editing. Like, I don't think I did anything too special here. Like, if you just saw the routine by itself, you're like, oh, that's good, that's okay. But literally the edits and this routine made it great. And I think that's what made it, I think that's all that matters. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. A little quick project we did there. Yeah, that was one of the coolest things I had a chance to do. I want to do more, and plan on doing some more. Just gotta find the right songs and stuff and right ideas to go with it. Getting back to the stage, this was the Niagara Falls Pro Show. Pretty cool show. First year it came back, but it's got a lot of history. Like Lee Priest, this was his first pro show. He literally, I heard the story about this real quick. He was supposed to do this as an amateur, but Jim Maine saw him in the gym. He's like, why don't you have your pro card? He's like, well, I won the show a couple of times. They just didn't give it to me. I wasn't old enough. And they called the Australian guy right then, and he got his pro card and competed in his first pro show that weekend. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I had taken a year off here. So I was, again, like anytime I take a long time off stage, I'm always a bit nervous hopping back on stage, especially since this was the first actual routine I did after the Survivor one. So it was I felt like it was a little bit of pressure going into the show because of that. So let's go ahead and check this out. So you'll see here, like the last video we did with my early routines, the thing I would always have to be moving and be moving and be moving. Here, I'm more comfortable staying in a certain pose longer just to build up dramatic tension and effect like that. So yeah. So I mentioned in another video about that combo. You can see right there, I added to it a little bit. Added maybe three, four more steps there. Yeah, man, when I have those quick beats like that, it's kind of tough. You have to really do just like you don't go, when you have fast stuff like that, you don't go from pose to pose. You do variations of poses, and you do it as much as you know. So once I did like that little, I call it like the sword thing when I have my arms like this, and I spent over. Every pose right there was just a variation of a 3/4, you know, bicep pose. I did like the one that was like vertical, then I dropped down, then I closed the bicep, then I opened the other one up, then I closed it again in a different stance. So making those smaller, more acute movements are your way to kind of get around those quicker beats. A lot of times too, I didn't do it there, but if a beat is way too fast, you actually want to do the opposite. You want to slow down your movements until that pace drops down a bit and you can get back on beat. So there's a tip there for that too. So you'll notice too, my song choices have changed a lot since Toronto. I really love like this style of music here. I like to call it movie trailer music, and like you'll actually hear a lot of times listen to the next trailer you see. A lot of songs are like this. Survivor was actually, I want to say, the song for what's the movie, Tomb Raider. So a lot of the songs I do now, and a lot of even if it's not a song that's used on a movie, it is a song created by one of those guys that make those types of songs. So that's one thing I love, and just for the simple fact of what do movie trailers do? They build up, they have a crescendo, they get you hyped for that movie, and then they have a very awesome ending. They have a very awesome ending, and and all movie trailer songs are usually pretty short, so it actually works out really good for posing routines as well. So you know, I did a couple of those now, and I really enjoy doing them, and I got another one planned for the Olympia this year. Very excited for that. It's gonna be very awesome. It's almost like a remake to a Rocky song. That's the hint you guys will get today. And until next time, peace.
I've seen a lot of posing routines in my day, my friend, but that was one of the best routines I've ever seen anywhere, ever.